Good afternoon. This is Tony Cherniawski with the Practical Investor LLC. Today is Wednesday, November the 12th, 2008. And yes, folks, the pennant is still waving. It's flapping in the breeze, and the breeze really took it quite a ways today, but I will say this, with just a few minor modifications, we see the pennant is still in good shape. Without further ado, let's just go directly to our formations and see how they work. First of all, in the industrials, I made a comment the other day that we might need to see the lower trend line brought down a bit. Certainly that's been the case. My earlier target for the bottom of wave D was about 85.50. Instead, we've seen it go below 8,300. In fact, we had a close at 82.82 in the industrials. We also see that wave B did not touch the lower trend line. That is an anomaly I believe that we can live with because the form is there. In fact, with the trend line brought down a little bit, we have quite a bit more of a horizontal type of pennant in the Dow. I think that fits very well, and we have the capabilities of rallying from here. If we look at the Standard & Poor's, I also brought the trend line down just very slightly. I thought that our original target would be somewhere around 860 to 865. Instead, we saw the target come all the way down to 850 and closed at 852 in the Standard & Poor's. But if you look at this, it makes sense because the first touch on the bottom trend line was at 840. The second touch was at 845. It makes sense that this last touch would be at 850. So I don't see any difficulty with this pattern at all. And in fact, there's a few things that are heartening about this pattern. The first is that we've got an ABC pattern down to the downside in wave D. This ABC corrective pattern is very clear. In fact, none of the waves are impulsive. An impulsive wave would be a 5-wave move. In this case, what we have very clearly is 2 7-wave moves in the A and the C. In fact, wave A is 107 points, wave C is 102 points. When in doubt, check for equality. This is a tendency towards equality, not perfect match. So 107 and 102 are very good match for an ABC pattern here. If we go back to the Dow, one of the things that we see again is the same 7 waves in A as well as 7 waves in C. In this case, wave A is 1,015 points. Wave C is 893 points. And folks, what we have here instead of equality is we have a Fibonacci relationship. The Fibonacci relationship is 0.886 for those of you that are familiar with it. This makes a very handy stopping place for the Dow Industrials having met a Fibonacci relationship. So what I'd like to just say in summary is that the pattern is still alive. By the way, we have model support, which is not shown in the charts, directly below these stopping points. So model support for the Dow is less than 50 points away. For the Standard & Poor's, model support is at 840, which is only 10 points away. So we have something there that gives us a little bit of comfort that if it does move below the pennant formation, we've got a stopper somewhere nearby, so this isn't going to get away from us if it fails at this point. On the other hand, as long as the futures overnight stay within 10 points or so on the Standard & Poor's, I believe that that is indicative that the support levels that I mentioned earlier are holding, and that it wouldn't be a surprise to me to see the PPT come out with a little bit of a nudge in the morning to rally the markets right at the break of dawn. So without beyond this point, I really don't want to explain too much more other than the fact that I have what I call my secret weapon here. It's something that I'm going to monitor because wave E's are very tricky. These are rogue waves. You need to know that. Rogue waves can get away from you. They can go much further than expected as a general rule, but they can also stop abruptly and turn dramatically without warning. So just be aware that these waves will be unpredictable. There'll be something that you want to take profits on early, and be very careful if you are long at this point. I'm not trying to give you trading advice, and nor am I soliciting you to buy or sell any financial product at this point. I'm trying to give you an educational experience here on how the markets work, and hopefully I've succeeded in doing so. If you have any questions, you can reach me at tonyc@thepracticalinvestor.com. I hope you have a wonderful and restful evening, and by all means, do the right thing. Thank you very much.